Hello and welcome back to Alyena's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making homemade cream puffs. I absolutely love this recipe because it's so easy to make, and also it's going to be filled with homemade whipped cream and strawberries, so it's delicious. So let's get started. Now let's start making our choux buns. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take a pot and put it over medium heat, and to that we're going to be adding in 1 cup of water, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 cup of butter, or this is just 1 stick of butter. And now I'm going to let this all melt down and come to a boil before I add in the rest of my ingredients. Now that my mixture has come to a boil, I'm going to be adding in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and when we're doing this, we want to beat our mixture quickly until it forms a ball. So let's add this in, and you're just going to want to continuously stir it, and try not to make a mess, until it forms a ball, and then you're going to take it off the heat and let it cool. Alright, now that I've let my mixture cool for about 10 minutes, I can start adding in my eggs. So today I have 4 eggs that I'm going to be adding in one at a time and then beating it so the egg is completely combined before I add in the next egg. So let's do it. Now that I've added in all my eggs and the consistency looks kind of like this, I can put it in my piping bag. And one thing I like to do when I'm piping is put my piping bag actually in a cup like so. I just find it makes the process much easier. So now I'm just going to scoop all this in. There we go. We have all of our choux. And there's a lot of it. Might have overfilled my bag a little bit, not going to lie. Right. So now I'm going to just be cutting off the tip of my piping bag. So there's about 1 inch. You can make these pastries as big as you want. Today I'm making them about a medium size. Alright, now I have piped a few out because at first it was quite messy because I overfilled my bag quite a bit and my hands are a little messy now, but that's okay. One thing I do want to mention is if you have a peak at the top of your choux, the method that I use and most chefs use is just take a little bit of water on your finger and dab it down, and it works beautifully, and then you don't have that peak. Now that my first batch of choux is ready, I'm going to place it in my oven at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now that my choux buns are out of the oven and cooling, I'm going to start making their filling. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my electric stand mixer and add in 3 cups of heavy cream. I also have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, as well as a 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And now I'm just going to beat this together for a few minutes until it becomes nice whipped cream. Told you it was easy. Okay, here we have our finished whipped cream, and I just beat it on a high speed for about 2 minutes, and it now has this awesome whipped cream texture. And I'm actually going to be transferring this to my piping bag. But first, I'm going to take a taste. So good. Wow. Okay, so now I also have my choux buns done, my whipped cream in my piping bag, as well as I sliced up some strawberries, which I'm going to be putting in the middle of my puff pastries. One thing I want to mention to making sure you made your choux pastry correctly is that it is nice and hollow inside, like so, because this is where all your cream's going to go. So I'm just going to start by layering in a bunch of strawberries, and then piping my whipped cream as prettily as possible. Now this last step is optional, but I like it. It gives a little nice touch, is I'm going to sift some powdered sugar onto my cream puffs so they look nice and pretty like so. All right. Or if you want, you can also make a chocolate ganache to put on top of them, which if you're a chocolate lover, I recommend that because that's also delicious. But now I have my finished cream puffs and I'm so excited to try one. They look so tasty. Ooh, which one do I want? They all look good. Okay, here we go. Mmm. Wow. That's so good. I think I just went to heaven and back. That was so tasty. They're so tasty and light and fresh with that strawberry in them, and the cream is so sweet. I absolutely love cream puffs, but I've always been scared to make them because I think they're hard, and the thing I love about this recipe is they're pretty easy to do. So I absolutely love these, and I hope you try them and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, if you're as big of a desserty as I am, there should be a playlist right over here, one of these sides, of all of my dessert recipes that you should definitely check out because I love desserts and I make a lot of them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. I'm gonna be off eating this now.